Death is part of life, but people very often do not want to talk about it and they keep on living their lives. And then one day it happens. An accident, a heart attack, earthquake, or some other natural disaster happens, and we have someone close who died, and we need to start working as fast as possible on the solutions we have on hand. When that happens, you basically have two options: burial and cremation. Burial is always much more expensive than cremation. So how much does a funeral cost? With cremation, it very much depends on the city and state where you live. If we talk about burial, you have to consider many things, like where in the US this happened, what are the laws and regulations in that state and city, what is the cost of a cemetery plot, what cemetery you want to consider that might be close to your home, what funeral home are you doing the arrangements with, how expensive are they. And then when you place the call, you will find out that they offer a variety of services that you may want or not. The NFDA has a 2012 price average of $7,000 nationwide without the cemetery cost. If you live in a very expensive and crowded city like New York, you may expect to pay from $21,000 to $28,000 for a cemetery plot plus all cemetery expenses. And if you add that to the funeral cost, you may end up paying more than $30,000 in that city. So a burial is not only more expensive, but it is also more complicated. And that's why cremation is becoming more and more popular in the US in the last few years. But how much does a funeral cost with cremation? That also depends on several factors, like the city you live in, the laws and regulations, the funeral home that will do the services, the cremation service company that will hire if they don't have one, the viewing if you want one or is required by state law. And then you also have to consider a unique cremation urn or mini keepsake urns or cremation jewelry if you want to share the remains with family and close friends. Cremation price averages starting at $1,600 and can go up to more than $5,000, once again depending on all the factors we mentioned before. Not only cremation has a lower price, but also it is easier than a burial, and you get just a small amount of remains compared to what you have on a burial inside a casket. Also, cremation allows you to have the remains at home if you want. You can bury them, scatter, etc. And also will let you share them with family and close friends. In this day and age, you will see people, especially women, wearing beautiful cremation jewelry that doesn't look like one, but looks very much like regular jewelry. For example, a 14K gold cremation jewelry. And you can keep in mind that the remains are very close to you all the time.